Let's do four downs.
Let's
here.
do it. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
Four downs.
Four Downs with Rich.
Here we go. Okay, four downs. First down. The American Football Conference wild card is going to be lit. For that 6th seed, it is going to be absolutely so much fun to watch with Andrew Luck playing the way that he is playing at 6-5. With the way that Lamar Jackson has now started 2 straight games at home. I can't wait to see what he looks like in Atlanta this week. And that defense playing the way it is playing at 6-5. You've got the Dolphins that are always going to be in this hunt. They've got a good defense. Tannehill is back. We saw they almost beat the Colts in Indianapolis. And I think if anybody was asked, with all due respect to our first guest of this hour, and Emmanuel Sanders of the 5-6 Broncos, and then Marcus Mariota of the 5-6 Texans. The Colts are the team that I think everybody believes could go on this run, make the playoffs as the 6th seed, and cause big-time problems for whoever winds up being the 3 seed. Unless, of course, it's New England, because that's the way they roll at home.
Right.
Certainly against Andrew Luck. Period.
True.
But you've got Baker Mayfield potentially throwing his hat in this ring at 4-6-1, because they are in the hunt, peripherally in the hunt.
Yes.
By the way, that's in parentheses. Say that 5 times fast.
Can't do it.
So I can't wait to see this play out. The next 5 games, the next 5 weeks are going to just be so much fun from week Baker's dozen to week 17. That's first down.
Second down.
All right, second down here in my 4 down segment. Let me tell you what, when it all comes down to it, the Jacksonville Jaguars have one answer this offseason. Now that they have moved on from Blake Bortles, they're going to do nothing but eat the largest cap hit apparently eaten since Brock Osweiler and of all time, $16.5 million. They're going to have to bite that bullet. They're going to. They are moving on from Blake Bortles, and their answer, certainly with all of the cap room that might be eaten up, go get Teddy Bridgewater. He's not going to cost you $60, $70 million. His agent might try and get that sort of thing. Teddy Bridgewater. They should have done that before the Jets did it. They should have boxed everybody out and gotten Teddy Bridgewater. But they had made their bed with Blake Bortles being, as Tom Coughlin said, a whistle shy of being in the Super Bowl last year. Teddy Bridgewater is the answer. That guy with Leonard Fournette in that area they will fall in love with him in Duval County. That's your answer. This offseason, you have one job to do in Jacksonville, and that is get Teddy Bridgewater and win football games. I think he'll be dynamite in Jacksonville. Problem is, there's going to be a whole bunch of teams in on him, I think. And hopefully Teddy Bridgewater gets the spot. He's good people. Third down.
Third down.
So you remember when, like 3-4 years ago, when Peyton Manning was retiring?
Right.
And Favre had left the scene, and there was Brady. Breeze wasn't being discussed as being a GOAT just yet. And we were hanging our hats on the Matts, Ryan and Stafford as the future of quarterbacking. I mean, obviously we know Aaron Rodgers was out there too. Big Ben was getting up in years. We're all wondering, wringing our hands, who are the quarterbacks? We can't even fill out, 64 jobs. We can't even fill out 32 jobs, let alone 64. Well, I'll tell you what. I think this year, as we're sitting here entering December, has proven quarterback play and the future of it in the National Football League is going to be just fine. These are the names of quarterbacks who are ages 25 and under right now. Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott. They're on the back end. Okay, they're on the high end here. Marcus Mariota, 25 years old. Goff and Trubisky, 24 years old. You want to throw Jameis Winston in there as well? Wish?
Sure.
He's 24. Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold. Lamar Jackson is 21 years old. Same with Josh Rosen. I'm telling you, folks, Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson, as we mentioned with Iron Eagle in hour one, would be Fowler and Herb Street worthy. And that's going to be a just plain old Sunday afternoon game that is must watch in my mind. I'm loving and we don't even talk about Jimmy G, who's out for the season, right?
Yeah, he's 27,
okay,
but he hasn't.
But still,
we haven't yet to see him blossom.
Quarterback play is going to be all right. You ready for fourth down?
I like it. Okay, fourth down. My favorite part of the week. It's hot take plank time.
Fourth down.
As Rich grabs it, sits back down, away we go.
Okay. Here's my hot take plank right here. You take a look at the top running backs in the NFL in terms of touchdowns scored this year.
Okay.
In terms of rushing touchdowns, you've got Ezekiel Elliott at the top.
Wow.
Todd Gurley, and then there's James Conner with 10. Here's why I'm mentioning these three, and the third one in particular.
All right.
Lamar Jackson.
Quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Quarterback Lamar Jackson. In his third career start, first on the road, this week against Atlanta, I feel is going to have such a game that it will be finally a moot point. I was asked on Levitard's show, what about his future and Joe Flacco?
Sure.
The questions won't be asked anymore, I think, after today. And Lamar Jackson will start every single game the rest of the season. And Lamar Jackson, from here on out, over the last 5 weeks, will have more rushing touchdowns than James Conner.
Wow.
James Conner slowed down last couple weeks. I told
has.
you they're one Sunday night game against the Los Angeles Chargers away with us beginning to have the conversation of, are they better off without Le'Veon Bell anyway? It's December. Where is he? This is a big weekend for James Conner on Sunday Night Football. Whole country's watching. And Lamar Jackson, I think, is going to light it up in Atlanta and get this job and start lighting it up the rest of the way. My fourth down, hot take plank holding, hot take of the week is Lamar Jackson's going to have more rushing touchdowns the rest of the season than James Conner.
That is pretty scorching, man. Lamar Jackson, more rushing touchdowns.
He's already got 2. How many has Connor's had in the last couple weeks?
So starting now. So the last 5 games.
Conner has slowed down. Last couple weeks against Jacksonville and Jacksonville, against Denver and Denver. He is not. The last 2 weeks didn't look like he was setting all like he was when he was setting the records that Le'Veon Bell had never set, setting the records that they hadn't seen since Franco Harris.
You want to put a number on it? Well, what are you, 6?
No, I'm not going to do it.
7?
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, just more than James Conner.
And he's currently 3rd in the league.
Man, Steelers wish they had Le'Veon Bell right now, don't they?
We're not there yet. But I bet you in December we'll hear that conversation more than should Joe Flacco start. My prediction.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.